Wow, this was in MacArthur Park today in Los Angeles. The Trump administration sent the military to conduct military raids in Los Angeles. This is not a footage from Russia. No. This footage is from Los Angeles, the United States of America. We have become a military state.
So you can send 100+ federal agents in tactical gear and armored vehicles and on horseback to a public park where children at a summer camp are playing. But you can't send any aid whatsoever to the individuals that are suffering from the flooding in Texas. You can't even address that.
This is Border Patrol and the National Guard, and they are patrolling around Los Angeles, clearing the area. So now we have the military and heavily equipped police patrolling around American streets.
So heavily armed immigration agents, aka ICE, went to MacArthur Park just to intimidate people. They did not arrest anyone. They just went for a show and left. And as you watch this video, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to understand from you guys, what is your takeaway from this? Clearly, ICE was not there to make any arrest. They did not arrest anyone. And a lot of people in the video that you're going to see are saying that this was just intimidation and before political leaders enforce something on the people, they want to change people's behavior. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Every American is literally wondering, what is this? What are they doing?
They ran off 20 kids that were at MacArthur Park for summer camp. That's who was at MacArthur Park today when these federal agents showed up. This is purely a fear and intimidation tactic. Look, I'm born and raised in LA. I'll be the first one to tell you. Is MacArthur Park the most glamorous spot in Los Angeles? No. Are there some shady things that happen in MacArthur Park? Yes. Does it need attention? Absolutely. But not in this way. Not with military-grade vehicles, assault-type weapons. Not the way this was carried out. This was carried out purely to cause fear and intimidate both, again, the local population of the city of Los Angeles and try to send a message politically to both the mayor and the governor. This is over the top, man. I just don't even know what to say anymore. I really don't.
We all know what happened in MacArthur Park wasn't about immigration. That was a performance, a warning, a federal power play dropped right in the middle of one of LA's most vulnerable neighborhoods. No warrants, no arrests, no reason. Just Humvees, horses, troops in tactical gear, and scared families running for cover. It's not law enforcement. That's authoritarianism on full display. You see, authoritarians don't need to change laws first. They change behavior. They make people afraid to gather, afraid to speak, afraid to exist in public spaces. That's what this was about. Because if the feds wanted to process migrants, they'd work with the city. If they wanted safety, they wouldn't roll in like it's Fallujah. This wasn't coordination. This was occupation. And let's be real. They chose MacArthur Park for a reason. It's not Beverly Hills. It's not Malibu. It's immigrant families, vendors, children playing in a fountain. They picked it like you pick a stage. They made sure it was big enough to get the most visibility because the cameras would roll and fear would spread. Authoritarians don't always show up in uniforms at your doorstep. Sometimes they show up on horses, surrounded by all the firepower in the world, and pretend it's just procedure. But here's the thing. Militarizing in a public park, sidestepping local government, using troops to control a civilian population, that's not immigration policy. That's a regime test-driving obedience. What happened in MacArthur Park wasn't a glitch in democracy. It was a preview of what comes next.
Something about the police, the ICE, the National Guard here in MacArthur Park today in Los Angeles does not sit right with me, not just because it's wrong, but because it's on a green field Okay, so I zoomed in. All of this that they're walking across, like if they're clearing a field or whatever, this is all green. All these horseback riders, armed horsemen with the green field. And the only thing I can think of is AI. Like, not that they are AI, but they are filming it here because of the green background that could potentially be manipulated later as if to incorporate some other potential combatants, potential opposition, potential whatever they want to put in there for propaganda purposes. It just seems a little too convenient. It's a little too convenient that all of this that they're walking across, the majority is either brown because it's like dirt or it's a massive green field.
All right, I am in MacArthur Park. As you can see, it's completely cleared out. ICE and DHS just completely raided the park. Over 150 officers, authority personnel. They had fully militarized vehicles, horses. They were armed to the gild. Activists came in through here 15 minutes before they raided the park and cleared as many people out as they could. It's a crazy scene here. Basically, people chased them away, so they didn't actually get to take anyone away. They used it as a photo op, and I'm not entirely certain how that works in their favor because it's one of the scariest scenes I've ever seen here in LA, of just military vehicles lining the street. And I don't mean one or two, I mean like dozens and dozens, and fully armed military guard, National Guard. This is insane. This is insane. I don't know what to say. I ran here from another location. As I was running, businesses where there's a parking lot, they had gated everything, locked it with chain link, with a chain. People were closing the fronts of their stores, trying to hide. I do not know how to express enough. This is not normal in America. And if you think that we are overreacting in LA, you better buckle up and get ready, because this is coming to your town, this is coming to your city. This isn't just like people picking up a person they're looking for. They are just showing up and grabbing dozens of people. You need to pay attention to what's happening.
At MacArthur Park, one of the historic parks in Los Angeles, man, where communities are at, families are at, there's vendors, there's a lot of, stores are around there, neighborhoods. There was like a lot of armed federal agents.
Yeah, it looked crazy.
That pulled up on something was going down.
Yeah.
And when I was watching it on social media, there's people on the ground, reporters and explaining what was happening, but they were on horseback. There was like tanks. There was these vehicles, armed vehicles.
Man, when I saw them walk through the
crazy.
soccer field, I was like, this is mental terrorism.
100%.
This is what you're doing to didn't arrest anyone, didn't detain anyone. It was literally, let me go scare the community.
And I think they did it at the same time that they knew that the mayor of LA, Karen Bass, and Governor Gavin Newsom were going to have a press conference for the wildfires.
Yeah, man.
But Karen Bass did pull, while she was on her way to that meeting,
Yep.
she actually went straight to that park to check them pretty much.
I got alerted that there was a ICE operation, military intervention at MacArthur Park. I could see a helicopter in the air. I think it was a Black Hawk helicopter. And I saw military
Black
tanks. It was the Custom and Border Patrol, and it might have been military on the periphery. To me, this is another example of the administration ratcheting up chaos by deploying what looked like a military operation in an American city. So I went to MacArthur Park because it is very important that the truth be told about what happened there. Now, you can spin it any way you like, but in my opinion, it's a political agenda of provoking fear and terror. Frankly, it is outrageous and un-American that we have federal armed vehicles in our parks when nothing is going on in the parks.
Right. And granted, man, anybody from LA, MacArthur Park, there's a lot going on down there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And there's attempts to clean it up. But with these large budgets that we're throwing around now, we don't have budgets. For one, California, we kick in for every other state anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have a federal budget to take care of certain areas, but we have a federal budget to send people in horseback and scare the community and scare the kids that's in, daycare and you know what I'm saying? Programs and everything. It looked ridiculous. Like I said, it is mental terrorism.
Yeah.
There was no reason for it, bro.
Yeah.
Like no reason for it whatsoever. Literally scared somebody. Like me now, I worry. I look at license plates now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any out of state
Same.
license plates, anything that says California exempt, because I'm kind of terrorized now.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, am I gonna? Do I even make a right here and try to cut off this? Oh man, that looks like a white truck or a white van or
Yeah.
any van or
It's,
any.
hey, dude, it's here now.
It's in our heads,
It's
bro.
really
It's
going
scary.
on,
Yeah.
but it's in your head now even more. You're on a swivel.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's what they were doing at MacArthur Park.
So ICE did a show of force today at MacArthur Park here in Los Angeles. They just woke up today and they said, hey, we want to scare the shit out of everybody in the city. Because they didn't conduct a raid. They didn't arrest anybody. They just quite literally took a stroll down the park. In formation. I think they had a camera crew. They had the National Guard in their Humvees. And it's just living in Los Angeles right now. It just feels more dystopian every single day. I feel like we're in a series of a movie or a show that's just like the writer is on like Adderall. And
ICE rolled into MacArthur Park today like they own it. Let me remind you, ICE agents, you are a guest in our city. You won't intimidate our community, and show a little respect towards Mayor Bass. Full stop. You don't come into our city and expect to do whatever you want. That's not how it works in LA.
This is Border Patrol and the National Guard, and they are patrolling around Los Angeles, clearing the area. So now we have the military and heavily equipped police patrolling around American streets. I'm sorry, I'm super fucking confused. I'm the only fucking combat veteran that's like, whoa, hey, hold on a minute. Hold fucking on a minute. This doesn't seem American. 3 days after the 4th of July? Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, this is the weirdest free country that I've ever seen, bro. Is this the new normal? Having military and heavily armed federal agents patrolling American streets? What was it all for then, man? Like, what was it all for? It's strange to me that patriots have waited their whole life for this to happen. They have fantasized about the day that they would fight tyranny. And now that it's here, they say, yeah, I agree with this. It's strange to me. Don't forget to show your papers, please.